TBS News, I'm Rosine Park. President Moon Jae-in has vowed to do all he can during the remainder of his time in office to improve people's livelihoods. In a cabinet meeting this morning, the president said for the next 6 months, his administration will focus efforts on a complete return to life before the pandemic. Moon's 5-year term ends on May 9th of next year. He warned, however, that South Korea could face hardships again, like other countries, and he called on people to continue to take precautions, including following basic quarantine measures. The president also shared the results of his recent tour of Europe and said it was a very meaningful and productive trip. He said he had the chance to share with other world leaders Seoul's success with COVID-19, its willingness to overcome the climate crisis, and gain support for the Korean Peninsula peace process. Local health authorities have reported less than 2,000 new coronavirus cases for the second straight day, but remain cautious over the threat of new outbreaks amid eased virus restrictions. A total of 1,715 new COVID cases were confirmed in the last 24 hours, along with 18 more virus-related deaths. The cumulative caseload reached 383,407, and the death toll 2,998. The country kicked off the first phase of its living with COVID-19 strategy last week to return to pre-pandemic normalcy, allowing gatherings of up to 10 people regardless of vaccination status and lifting restrictions on restaurants, cafes, and movie theaters. But high-risk facilities, including bars and clubs, must enforce the government's vaccine pass system or ensure visitors show proof of a negative COVID test. Officials have warned that new infections could rise to over 5,000 as virus curbs are eased further and the winter season forces people to congregate indoors. People are being reminded to keep using masks and to get vaccinated and get their booster shots as soon as they become eligible. The UN humanitarian chief has urged Myanmar's military leaders to provide unimpeded access to the more than 3 million people in need of life-saving humanitarian assistance since government forces seized power in February because of growing conflict and insecurity, COVID-19, and a failing economy. Martin Griffiths warned that without an end to violence and a peaceful resolution of Myanmar's crisis, this number will only rise. He also urged donors to respond to the UN appeal, saying less than half of the $385 million required has been raised since the military ousted the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi. In other news, the U.S. Justice Department has charged a Ukrainian man, Yaroslav Vyzynski, over a huge ransomware attack on an American company in July that affected 1,500 businesses worldwide. The hack targeted the software firm Kaseya, whose customers became infected and transferred large sums of money to the attackers to regain control of their accounts. The Deputy Attorney General, Lisa Monaco, had this warning for other players involved in similar activities.
We have been using every tool at our disposal and leveraging every authority we have to hunt down and hold accountable cyber criminals wherever they may seek to hide. And our message should be clear. If you target victims here, we will target you.
That's all the news for now. You're listening to TBS eFM.